Hello, great people. Betty Mwaura here. Today I wanted us to, we are heading to 2019. So I wanted to share 10 success habits that we can adopt in 2019 to make our lives easier and at least to make sure that we pursue our goals and achieve them. One of the issues that I've been dealing a lot with my coaching clients is that they tell me they set goals beginning of the year. For some reason, they are not able to meet those goals. So I want to give you 10 success habits that I've practiced myself and they've been able to work. I know there are very many out there, but I'll tell you what has worked for me. And so you can borrow some from me. We'll do this video in 2 parts, so let's go. So success habit number 1 is taking action. I know I've said this before, but I know it's the most important habit you can achieve and it takes you to the next level. Probably you can start practicing it in the year 2019. Why should we take action? I'm taking some coffee and I want to borrow Newton's first law of motion. I want to replace it. I want to borrow something from him and I want to say that, you know, an object in motion stays in motion and an object at rest stays at rest unless and until some force moves it. So let's use this analogy of my cup of coffee. If we left this cup of coffee here on the table and left for Christmas and came back to the office 7 days later or 10 days later or even a month later, this cup of coffee will be on the table. It will not move itself. In fact, molds and some other things will grow on the coffee, on the cup, because the cup is at rest. It's not in motion. And it's me, human being, to move it. Such are your goals, my friend and my client. If you leave your goals by themselves, you write them on a very good notebook, you decorate that notebook and spend a lot of your time writing them down. Then you let them the way I've explained about this coffee. You will find them there January 2020. They are not going to move. So if you do not take action, you can be sure we will be singing the same song a year later. So take action, because the moment you take action, you start moving things, it becomes easier. But if you do not move, like the way I would move this cup of coffee from my table maybe to the kitchen, nobody moves your goals. If you do not move them, nobody moves them. So what would I advise? I would advise create habits and actions around your goals that make it easy for you to carry out your goals. For example, if you feel like your goals are a bit hard, create habits. Like you can create a habit maybe of listening to music as you work on your goals, clearing your working space so that you feel fresh every time you want to work on your goals, having a big why at the end of the day. Create habits, create actions, make it easier. Do not overwhelm yourself with too many goals, limit your goals and ensure that you can carry out those goals. So number 1 habit is to take action. Take action, because too much talking and zero action equals nothing, equals zero. So I'd advise that you take action. Number 2 habit that you could adopt in 2019 is to reduce on the procrastination. The reason I said reduce is because it will be very, very, very hard not to procrastinate in this life. It's a habit that most of us like. Okay, you might not like it, but it's a habit that affects us. So I would say reduce on the procrastination, reduce on the tomorrow, reduce on I'll do it this afternoon, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next year. Reduce on that. So every time you find yourself procrastinating, tell yourself, I am procrastinating my destiny. I am procrastinating my happiness. Don't always look at, I am procrastinating this activity until tomorrow. You are procrastinating your happiness until tomorrow. You are procrastinating your joy until tomorrow. You are procrastinating your fulfillment until tomorrow. You are procrastinating your life, the life of your dreams, until tomorrow. So you could reduce on the procrastination, and I would say get an accountability partner or a coach or a mentor or someone who can help you with the procrastination behavior, because it really doesn't help. So reduce on that. Actually, I would advise procrastinate on the unimportant things, because they are unimportant things. There are some of us who will procrastinate reading a book so that they gossip. I would advise procrastinate the gossip, procrastinate the bad habit, and take up the good habits. Number 3 habit that you can adopt in 2019 is learning something new every day. A lot of people ask me, when did you know these things? When did you learn all this? And I tell them it's because I made it a habit to learn something new every single day without failing. By the time I go to sleep in the evening, I have to pause and ask, what is it I've learned today? What is something I've learned today? Something I didn't know in the morning. How can we learn something new every day? You can learn something new every day by listening. Listen to other people. When you get into a room, pause and listen to what other people are saying. Learn a thing or two. You can learn a thing from your watchman, you can learn a thing from the traffic cop, you can learn a thing from your friend, you can learn a thing from your boss, you can learn a thing even from social media. But the fastest way to learn things, new things every day, is to read books. Ensure that you do not go to sleep before you look at a page, a chapter or two. For those of us who want to go to the next level during the year 2019, I have a few books I wanted to suggest. They've been really helpful for me this year. And one of the books, we call it The E-Myth. This is a new version. So The E-Myth by Michael E. Gerber, I would like, if you're running a business, it's very important that you read this book. This book will help you set up systems and processes and procedures for your business so that you don't keep struggling. You will know why small businesses struggle so that you stop struggling with your business. So it's a very important book you can read. I'm giving you the ones that have been very impactful in my life. The other book I would recommend is my own book. It's called the Activate and Monetize Your Potential book by Betty Mwaura. That's me. And this book, I wrote it for those of us who have so many ideas. We have a lot of energy, we have a lot of potential, but we probably never seem to move. So why don't we ever move? What can we do about it? I also wrote for those people who want to be consultants, coaches, you want to be a trainer, you want to be offering a service, especially, not really product, but a service for sale. It helps you package, it helps you in pricing, it helps you in marketing, and it helps you be a better person. It's also very good for people who are employed because it works on your mindset. So that's another very important book that you need to read. The other book is 80-20 rule. We call it the Pareto principle by Richard Koch. And this book is very, very important. If you're working in the corporate world, if you are either a manager, a supervisor, or you're running a team, you're running your own company, you want to go to the next level, you need to know how to treat your clients. This is the book that helps you know that 80% of what happens to you, you're in control. 20% is what you're not in control. So really, pointing fingers should end in 2019. The other book I would suggest that we read is from my coach. His name is Coach CK, and his book is called The Unlimited Possibilities. This book works on your mind. It works on your attitude. This is the book that helps you take a day at a time. This book, especially for me, it helped me know how to deal with very difficult times and to know that I'm not alone and to know that other people have done it. And most importantly, to know that hard times are not going anywhere. It is me to know how to work my hard times. So look for a copy and read it. The best book I read in the year 2019 was a book recommended by my lawyer friend, and it's called Never Eat Alone. I know it's a funny title, and Keith Ferrazzi not only unlocked so many doors for me, but he also really, really unlocked my mind. I don't want to talk much about this book. I would want you to go to a bookshop and grab a copy. It's not about food, it's more than that. But never eat alone will make you a better person the year 2019. Because at the end of the day, your relationships determine where you want to go in life. So grab yourself a copy. You could go to the bookshop and get some. So that's about learning something new every day. And I hope that I've been very helpful with that information. There are very many other books, but I just wanted to say, to talk about the books that really, really impacted me in the year 2019. The other habit that you could adopt in 2019, actually the most important habit, is to use a daily planner. I know we have been talking about a to-do list. We have been talking about, plan your day in the morning and all that. But I found this to be very, very useful. This is a daily planner. I got one from my coach as well. And in my daily planner, I have what I plan, my daily schedule. I write today's date. I have a morning routine. I don't know if you have a morning routine, you should adopt one. So I look at my morning routine and for my morning routine, I'll think about things like, what am I grateful for? So every morning, I find something to be grateful about. I'm grateful about life. It could be raining outside, but I'm grateful about being alive. I'm grateful about having a family. I am grateful that I'm in a very good country with good weather and, infrastructure and all that. So you look for things to be grateful for. You affirm yourself. There's space to write what you are affirming yourself for. Really, really planning your life with a daily planner. If you do not plan your life with a daily planner or whatever other materials you want to use to plan your life, other people will plan for you. And that's why you see, you are very busy doing something for your business. A friend of yours calls you and tells you, take me somewhere to purchase something, and you leave your work and go to take them. It's not bad, but did you plan for it? So millionaires and billionaires who know how to manage their lives, they run a daily planner. So I would want us to stop there for the first session, then we can pick up from part 2 to look at the other habits that we can adopt in 2019.